We are your home theater and AV questions answered. This is AVRant. Want your home theater or AV question answered by Tom and Rob? Send it to question@avrant.com. Welcome to AVRant. I'm Tom Andry, and I'm here with
Rob H.
Craig. Craig is now a retired veteran from the U.S. Army. Thank you, sir. And he's had the itch to upgrade his sound system. He went for an LG C6 OLED and a Yamaha RX A2050 receiver with plans to do a full 5.2.4 Atmos setup. His center speaker is a JBL Northbridge 10. I think I had these. No, maybe not. I don't know. His front, left, and right speakers are a pair of ADS-L 710s that are 30 years old. Yes, I've actually had those JBL speakers before. I've heard them quite a bit. He's bought a 5.1 SVS satellite speaker package plus one additional SVS satellite. And he's using those as his surrounds and Atmos speakers. He paired the SVS SB1000 sub that came with the package with an old Infinity 8-inch sub that shuffs badly. Turn that sub off and throw it away, sir. Thank you. First, he's enjoyed his L710s, but they're in need of repair at this point. Some crossover components, woofers, surrounds, and potentially new tweeter replacements would all be on deck. How does he know the crossover needs to be fixed? That's a weird one. The rest of it I get, but I don't know how he knows the crossover components need to be fixed. Anyways, he's willing to spend upwards of $2,000 for new front towers. Should he bother with repairs? Should he get some SVS Ultra Towers? Should he consider other towers from other brands, maybe Golden Ear Tritons or something else?
How have you liked those Prime satellites?
That is the first question that came to my mind. Like, do you like the Prime satellites? In which case, you should be comfortable going with SVS. Imagine that the rest of their speakers are going to sound as good, if not better. So, yeah. I mean, we can always adjust our speakers. You know, I've got Aperion. He's got whatever, Sand Acoustics. There's RBH. There's ton of stuff out there, but if you have a speaker company that you're comfortable with and that you like, I would go with them. Do I think it's worth repairing these speakers? I don't know. If you've enjoyed them and loved them and they sound okay with what you've got with your SVSs and it's cheaper than buying new speakers, maybe.
I'll bet you get something like the SVS Ultra Towers and you're gonna go, oh wow. Yeah. Oh wow! What I've been enjoying for the past 30 years, well, it's served me very well. There is improvement to be had. That would largely be my expectation.
Yeah.
I would keep it as simple as this. One, I think if you just got the SVS Ultra Towers, you will be very happy with them, and that could be the end of the story right there.
Right.
However, if you want to set your own mind at ease, SVS and Aperion are two companies that offer free two-way shipping. So get some Aperion Verus Grand Towers, get the SVS Ultra Towers, listen to them both, compare them, pick the one that you like more, send the other one back, won't cost you an extra penny.
Yeah.
So if you want to set your mind at ease that way, keep the comparison simple. Those are two excellent speakers, and you'll be able to say, yep, I for sure got something that I really, really love. Or keep it super simple, get the SVS Ultra Towers, and you're done, because they're really good.
Is this the winner of our contest?
Nope.
It's not?
That was something else.
All right. SVS is allowing him to return the SB1000 sub for credit. He was intending to put said credit towards SVS Ultra Center to replace his JBL. Is that the right move? Is there a much better center for around the same price they ought to buy instead? You ought to figure out what your mains are going to be first.
Yep.
And then once you do that, then you can decide what you're going to do with this credit money.
Yep.
So if you go with the Aperions, get the Aperion Center. If you go with the SVSs, then yeah, the Ultra Center is the way to go.
Completely agree.
Since he's returning the SB1000 and the Infinity 8-inch clearly isn't keeping up, it shouldn't be in the system at all. If it's chuffing, I'm not being facetious.
Yeah, it's bringing you down unnecessarily.
It is putting distortion and noise in that room. That, let's put it this way: if you had a fan that was rattling the entire time that you were trying to watch your movie, would you leave it on or would you turn it off? You would turn it off. You would, I mean, you might get hot and regret it after a while. Maybe you would suffer through it and then turn it back on, when you couldn't take it anymore, but you would turn it off. This is something that is just making noise, that is not helping. It's only hurting. You should just turn it off. and just let the SVS do what it can by itself. Having the dual sub is not helping you in this case. Anyways, he's trying to decide between the dual SVS SB2000s or dual PB2000s. The SB 1000 credit could go towards those if the Ultra Center isn't purchased. So did he tell us how big his room was? Because I don't remember reading that.
Nope. So, I mean, just looking at the photos of the room itself, it doesn't look like a gigantic room, but we don't know if there are any openings because we're not seeing every angle of this room.
This looks like it's like it could be in a living room or in a front like a little office space that was that doesn't have a door. I mean, so we need to know how big the room is before we can tell you what subs are most appropriate.
Yeah, we can give you the info so you can figure that out for yourself.
Right.
Which is if you have a door on this room and this room can be enclosed, then if this is an enclosed room, it definitely doesn't look like it's larger than 3,000 cubic feet to me.
Right.
If it's an enclosed room. In which case, the SB2000s would be fine. Anything up to 3,000 cubic feet, the SB2000s will completely pressurize that space. If you have a permanent opening to this room, get the PB2000s, if that's feasible, if they'll physically fit, because those will work in a space up to around 5,500, maybe 6,000 cubic feet. So, that should answer it. Basically, if you have a door,
should be on this list too. Yeah.
Yeah, the PC2000s are the same output capabilities as the PB2000s.
Yeah.
So basically, do you have a door or not? That kind of answers that.
Want your question answered? Send it to question@avrant.com. This is AVRant.
Now go out and listen to something.